Hello, friends. Today we are going to know more about Shakespearean theatre, that is, theatre during the period of Elizabeth or Victorian era. So, let us start with our topic or content regarding Shakespearean theatre. A play without an audience and actors is inconceivable. Dramatist has to adopt for the condition of the stage on which the drama has to be performed. And while Shakespeare started to enact his dramas in stages, he found certain peculiar methods and conventions in vogue. So, the theatre of his time was a circular building with a ground floor and two galleries. The stage was a platform which projected out into the middle of the ground floor, and spectators were on three sides of it. And the first gallery ran round the circular wall, even behind the stage, which is used for the performance of any action supposed to be in a high place. So, before going to see in detail about these theatres, we must know there are three kinds of theatres during this Elizabethan era, that is, public theatre, private theatres, and halls of royal palaces. And this, particularly the last one, the halls of the royal palaces, were mentioned only for the enaction of plays, particularly for the rich and high class people. They were either enacted in their own palace or the inns of the court. The first gallery, that is that type of theaters, there the first gallery ran round the circular wall and even behind the stage, which is used for the performance of any action supposed to be in a high place. And at the back of the stage was an inner room in which we could be shown any indoor scene, that is, for an example, the quarrel scene between Brutus and Cassius in Julius Caesar. So here I have presented one picture, the picture of a globe theatre, for you to have a very good understanding how the theatre was in the period of Shakespeare. So you can see how in the center it was open and how it was stretched towards from the open stage where the characters are seen, and in the galleries over and over above you can see those people were standing in the ground gallery. They were called as groundlings, and the upper galleries the people were seated on their seats. First, there was an outstretched rectangular platform in front of the groundlings, those who were standing on the three sides of the stage, and above it were thatched roof and hangings, but no side or front curtains. In the floor was a hidden trap door, which was usually kept closed and through which occasionally ascended or descended the witches or ghosts used to appear, for example, in the play Macbeth. So, the London Public Theatre in the time of Queen Elizabeth, I seem to be terribly limited, and the plays had to be performed during daylight. Only on the stage scenery had to be kept very simple, with just a table, a chair, a throne, and maybe a tree to symbolize a forest. Totally, what the theatre today is showing was not possible in this period, and the audience has to imagine everything for a better understanding. And our next picture you can see again, the stage usually lagged in scenic arrangements. There was acute scarcity of scenery. Only the characters are standing, and you can able to understand the scene, whether it is taking place inside the house or on the forest, can be understood only through the dialogues by the characters of the play. So this was the picture of the Globe Theatre from the inside out. So this theatre was constructed in 1599 and in which Shakespeare had a share. And it was most typically playhouse of the Elizabethan era, and it was circular in structure and the inside yard was open to the sky. It was surrounded by three tiers of galleries. You can see how it was arranged, how it was built, and there was a circular area known as the pit around the stage. And there were no seats in the pit, and therefore the poor spectators, called the groundlings, they have to stand throughout the performance, that is till the end of the play they have to keep standing. But the respectable and more fashionable spectators are sitting in their arranged seats. The uppermost gallery was covered with a thatched roof, and tickets varied from, that is the groundlings, that is the poor spectators had to pay 2 pennies, and the highest gallery they will be paying either 6 or 8 pennies. The stage was remarkably versatile with separate doors for the entrance and for the exit. Above the stage was a higher acting area which symbolized a porch or balcony. In the stage floor was a trapdoor which was said to lead to hell, or a cellar which was used mainly for the supernatural elements such as the ghosts or devil who had to appear and disappear throughout the play. For example, Julius Caesar or Macbeth. So the stage was projected into a yard that was enclosed by 3 stories of galleries. And the building was round or octagonal in shape, but Shakespeare called it a wooden O. The audience can sit in these galleries or else they could stand in the yard in front of the stage. And a roof and awning protected the stage and the gallery seats. But in case of bad weather, the groundlings, who only paid a penny, had to stand in the yard and to suffer with rain. The costumes of the actors were rich and expensive. Female actresses had not yet appeared on the stage, and the part of the female characters were therefore played by the young boys who appeared on the stage with female costumes. The lack of scenic effect was made good by the poet by gorgeous descriptions and graphic effects of the poetry. And as a conclusion, all the peculiarities of the stage and its limitations have marked influences on the structure, action, and style of Shakespeare's dramas. At the conclusion of each performance, actors have to kneel on the stage and offer a prayer for the Queen. So, through this content, I hereby know that you may happen to understand a few about the few important things about Shakespearean theatre. Further, in the next video, we will be having further more important matters regarding the same topic. Thank you.